Thank you for joining us, YouTube. This is my catalog, and today we are going to break down Chris Tucker's most iconic roles on GQ. So let's get into this. I'm excited to talk about some movies,
I thought of Prince. I thought of because Prince was supposed to play the part, declined for some reason. I think because of the wardrobe and because Prince had his own style. Rush Hour. It was so much fun, man, working with Jackie Chan, man. This guy, he's amazing, man. I definitely prepared myself because I knew it was Jackie Chan. I didn't want to, let him down. I worked out, lift weights, ran, the first one, made sure I was in tip-top shape. So whenever he was like, come on, I was ready. Behind you. But he made it so easy, man, with the martial arts and all, stuff. He was just swinging me around. Basically, was just following him, man. Go this way, kick this way, look this way. Made it look like I knew what I was doing, so it was good. I mean, one day I think I just walked into a real police station, like through the back door, acting like I belonged there. I don't know what I said, I don't remember, but I was like, this is Carter, I got to go find him. I wanted him to be smart. He was doing things his way, differently, and breaking the rules. Carter? Guns down. Put the gun down. A lot of the scenes was just off the script. I mean, at the improv, Jackie followed me a lot, but he was so good. The chemistry was so great, man. He knew when I went off on something, he was right there with reaction and all that stuff. And with the action, he's the man with that. So I just like, what we gonna do? What you want me to do? He's like, just follow me. With the clothes, I think back then that was Versace. The stylist had me like some regular stuff that everybody wear. I was like, no, Carter got a little more edge than this. Then I got this other stylist who went and got me some Versace belt and a couple of Versace things. And the suit was tailored. And man, I said, this is Carter.
Let's go in. I want to. Hey! Watch his
I love this thing.
Fire to him.
Honey cups.
I like that.
Honey cups.
Okay, I'll pull some items. Ooh, Jesus. Little Kim, I'll be back.
That was fun, man. That was so much fun. Every time I go to Vegas and go into the Coliseum Mall, I'd be like, oh, that's where the shop was. We went in and Jeremy, we had a lot of fun doing that. So
Rush Hour, yeah, he killed that. That was like a perfect duo, right, with him and Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah, you couldn't ask for anything better.
No, and that was at the height of Chris Tucker, at his funniest, man. He was killing it in those roles. And then the chemistry between him and Jackie Chan, who's the iconic freaking action star, putting both of their chemistries together was hilarious. Great movie. I'm surprised when he talked about how he was trying to prepare for the role. When he was like, I went in the back of a police station. He's lucky that he didn't get shot.
Well, it's Chris Tucker at the time, so
yeah. I wonder if they knew. He did Friday, and which they're about to talk about right now. But was he in anything really that big that people knew him before Rush Hour?
I think Money Talks. He was in. I think he was in Money Talks before Rush Hour, but I might be wrong.
No, you're right. He was. That was before, but it was right before. So, and I don't know. Did Money Talks do that good?
I don't know, but I love that movie. I
love that movie too. Yeah, him and Charlie Sheen killed that too.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to talk about that movie, but yeah. So I don't know if he was as big as especially not in
he had to be because Friday. Friday made home.
Yeah, but how many police officers are watching Friday? That was a hood classic at that time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? When it came out. Now it's iconic because everybody watched. I mean, they came out with 3 of them now, and it's been a running talk of them doing another Friday for the longest time. Which is I don't know if it's ever going to happen now because there's no Witherspoon. Right?
Yeah, John Witherspoon.
Now that he passed, John Witherspoon. Now that he passed away, and even Tiny passed away too.
Oh yeah,
Debo.
Yeah, Debo. Yeah. Tiny. What's his last name?
Yeah, I can't remember his. Yeah, I can't remember his last name.
Lester or something.
Oh yeah, Tiny Lester. Yeah, super fire though, man. I like hearing the behind the scenes stuff of that. But that makes sense. Everything he talked about, how Jackie Chan basically ran everything and he just followed Jackie Chan's lead. Because that's just how it looks in the movie too. He was the comic relief, right? But it was dope that he actually took it seriously and actually went to the gym, stayed focused to make sure he caught up with, kept up with Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan be moving.
Oh yeah, bro, forever, and he's still doing that. That guy's a monster, man. super iconic. Let's see what he's saying about Friday now.
Friday.
Break yourself, fool! Look what you did to my curtain. Better watch your window, you climbing that fool, before you get blasted on. With what?
That was my first like starring role, co-starring role, and that was like my shot to let people know I can carry a movie alongside Ice Cube. So I remember just the preparation, focus, and we only, like you said, we only had 2 takes, small budget, and 20 days. Working with Gary Gray was great, you know, smart. You know, he really found the great music for the movie, the great tone. Oh man, he was just genius with that and putting it together. It was really just me being, you know, the young Chris Tucker. Just I knew I would bring that energy and then take it up a notch and animated it a lot to make it fun and funny.
Craig! Hold up. I got my heartbeat.
Man, that's what it's supposed to do.
And the casting with everybody, with Tiny Zeus Lester. I don't know if I mentioned him. He passed away, one of my good friends, legendary Tiny Zeus Lester, who played Debo. Casting him, man, as like the big villain coming through like the shark, you know, from Jaws. And working next to Ice Cube was a pleasure, man, because Cube, you know, I was a fan of his being a rapper. The legendary, iconic John Witherspoon and Bernie Mac, those guys, comedy legends and gods, man. You had Ronaldo Ray and Yvette Wilson, so many legends that was in this movie that passed away. I'm so honored to have worked with.
Friday, super iconic. It's crazy that it sucks that he only did one, you know? Everybody was waiting for his return as Smokey, so it was kind of crazy that he only did one. But man, that first one is iconic, right? When you think about the Friday franchise.
Come on, man. How many times have we seen the first one? Me and you skipping school, watching fucking Friday
all day long. We knew every single person's line. We would take turns on who was going to do what part for every single person. We watched that movie so much.
I'm
like
surprised the fucking VHS didn't fucking burn out. I mean, I've seen that shit.
Absolutely, yeah, super great movie, man. Like. Great casting. Ice Cube killed that, and to find out that they did that in 20 days,
yeah, it's insane.
Is insane, right? It still holds up. I watched that movie not that long ago, like a month or two ago.
I seen it too, bro. It's so iconic. Not even that, it's just the dialogue and the lines in that movie were great. You know how many times somebody uses something, you got knocked the fuck out. Bye, Felicia. You know what I mean? Like,
my grandma gave me that chain.
My grandma gave me that chain.
He gonna cry in the car.
You know, there's so many
people doing the walk. I feel like that's where McGregor got that from. Yeah. You know, the McGregor walk. It looked like what's Stanley running to the car. No, super iconic movie, man. That's one of my favorite for sure. That's definitely a hood classic, but it got so much bigger than being a hood classic. Now it's like a classic, you know? Yeah. Everybody watches that now. Before, I remember growing up talking about that movie, and if you didn't live in like our kind of neighborhoods, most people didn't even know about that movie.
Yep.
You know, or didn't even talk about it. And then out of nowhere, like years later, that it felt like that movie got revived again, and a lot of people started going back and watching them, especially after they came out with the second and third one. And man, that movie's it's definitely one of my favorites.
You know the first time I ever seen that movie?
When?
5th grade.
Dang. You saw it at school?
We saw it at the school. And I was like, Christ Lord, this movie's fucking funny as fuck. But I think
that's crazy.
He might have
There's no way you go watch that in school now. That must have been a crazy, like that teacher probably just didn't care.
Yeah, come on. Freaking
yeah, Amy Blank, yeah.
Yes, Amy Blank, and it was in the 90s, bro. Like
yeah, they didn't care back then. But that's crazy. That's a funny story. No, Friday definitely iconic. There's no way that he could do this without putting Friday on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody still yells Smokey to that dude all to this
Smokey!
day.
I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
Yeah. Mama knocking on the
I ain't knocking like you the goddamn police. That shit is, everything in that movie is so great.
Yeah, every line, man, is so good. Ice Cube did a great job writing that movie, man. Mm-hmm. Super good job. All right, let's check out this Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. Luc Besson said he wanted a flamboyant character, and he wanted like sexuality and all this stuff. I thought of Prince. Because Prince was supposed to play the part. declined for some reason. I think because of the wardrobe and because Prince had his own style. And in fact, he told me one time in person, he heard I was doing the movie and he said, I didn't want to do it. You know, I was like, oh, and all that. I said, okay, all right. So then I was the second choice. It was definitely different for me, but I'm so glad I tackled it and did it because, man, it brought out, range in me. I only used probably on stage. So working with Luc Besson, man, was unbelievable. We filmed in London. He had all these stages, at Pinewood, and it was like he really was, in another world. And man, putting on the outfits and the costumes and all the stuff, man, it just really turned me into a Ruby Rod character. And I really was able to just really let loose.
Go back, man. I have no fire. I have no matches. I see nothing matches. I have no matches. I stopped smoking. And if I knew, Father, you smoke?
If I would have found out what I was wearing, I probably would have said, nah. But I'm so glad I didn't because it's one of my favorite roles. I definitely did some different type of tell them to try to make this that way. But they were speaking French and they kind of gave me the 52 fakes. I didn't. They did what they wanted to do, but I'm glad they did because that's what Luc Besson wanted. That was what the character was, and it made me go into the character more if I would have did it my way. So I'm glad they didn't listen to me. I love working with directors who write their own scripts and then they know it from back because they can really tell you what they want. And I like when sometimes they dictate it to me because I can just give it right to them.
That's crazy. I forgot that part that he just showed. The dude from Something About Mary. That's that dude right there.
Yeah, you're right.
In the middle. Yeah, that's the dude that was in love with her.
My God.
On the crutch.
Yeah, the crutches.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He was one of the crewmen ship, right?
Yeah. That's crazy to think that could have been Prince, right? Like Prince playing that character. I'm so glad that it was actually Chris Tucker because I think Prince would have took a more serious tone to it. You know what I mean?
Chris Tucker.
Like it would have been like Purple Rain.
That role. Yeah, he killed that role. There's nobody there you can replace. Chris Tucker killed that shit, yo.
Yeah, he
one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, even the parts like when they were doing like the shootout scene and all that stuff, or even the part with the fire, like that those two scenes alone in that movie, iconic, man. I can't see Prince doing that. Like Prince is too suave, right? He's too much of like a pimp. I feel like he would have been way too cool about it, you know? It wouldn't have been the same. It would have been a whole different character.
Yeah, it would have been the same. I think Chris Tucker was meant for that role. I don't see anybody else playing that role but Chris Tucker.
Yeah, especially after we've seen him do it, right? And it's like hard now to even imagine that Prince would have been doing that. And I love Prince. Prince is dope. I think Prince, for that role, I think it wouldn't have been the same thing. I think that it wouldn't have been that comic relief that we would have needed, right? Like with him and Bruce Willis. That's iconic. That's dope. I like hearing that. The money talks, man. Let's go.
Money talks.
Hold up, man. Wait a minute. You that silly ass reporter from the Channel 5 News, ain't you?
Channel 12, actually.
What's up? I knew it. What's up, man?
James Russell, how you doing?
All right, what's up?
Well, first of all, it was great working with Charlie Sheen. He was, man, the best. Charlie actually fought for me to have first billing. New Line wanted Charlie Sheen to be first billing, but I kind of brought the project, my team brought the project to New Line, and we found it some kind of way. And then they got Charlie for us. And Charlie said, no, he should have first billing. And I'll never forget that, that he did that for me early in my career.
What's first billing?
I will slap you, man. I will slap the hell out of you. You don't play with me.
First billing means like when they promote the movie and stuff like that, they put your name first. So like when you're looking at like the trailer and when you're looking at like the posters and stuff like that, it'll show Chris Tucker's name and then Charlie Sheen.
Gotcha.
Right. So he got the first billing. I think they were trying to use Charlie Sheen because it's New Line. And Charlie Sheen at the time was a way bigger actor, right? Than Chris Tucker.
It's huge,
Yeah, but since Charlie Sheen was just like, no, you brought the movie to me. You know what I mean? Like you deserve to get the first billing. So that was kind of dope that he did that. He didn't have to.
Yeah, I love Charlie Sheen too, yo. He's a fucking
oh yeah.
He's me if I was single and had a lot of money.
A lot of money, right? Absolutely. Yeah, that fool stopped caring about life a while ago. He like went all out. Charlie Sheen's crazy. But he was during this time, he was killing stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then even when he did 2.5 Men, like that dude was making money. Like over what was it, like over $1 million an episode of that's nuts, man.
With me, you don't know who you messing with. I don't even know when I'm gonna slap somebody. My reflex is just slap people.
I'd be like, damn, why did I do that? I don't even know when I be slapping people. I don't know when I'm gonna slap somebody. You keep messing with me. I'm dangerous. I'm scared of myself.
I was just going all out, trying to get the laughs, trying to make it fun. I just wanted to bring my energy to the screen, man. I was young. I just wanted every scene to be, energy. A character was on the run, and I just wanted to just be fun, and I was all out. Whatever I could, it didn't matter. I was holding nothing back, man.
He came up to the car, right? He said, get out the car, got out the car. I said, what you calling back up for, man? Everybody around here for this. Between me and you, I ain't even doing that. They got my license, my registration, everything. What's up now? What's up now?
The prison scene was something we came up with on the spot, on that day of, because we were so young, we didn't think about it till that day. Like, we gotta do something right. We were close friends, and we were really close back then, and we just wanted to do something that's iconic, memorable, because we was like, hey, man, we got to do something that's crazy because we can't let this scene get by us.
Dead Presidents. I love Dead Presidents.
That's funny that they showed that scene because I remember when I first watched that movie, Money Talks, and they had that prison scene, and that's all I could think of was Big Worm, right?
Yeah, Big Worm.
Big Worm in there messing with Smokey. But it was hilarious. He tried to stay so serious, and he was just messing with him.
He was touching his hands. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, it's a dope scene. Good movie, man. I love that movie. Hilarious, and it makes sense because that was one of his earliest stuff, and like him talking about how all he did is want to make sure that he brought a lot of energy to that role, and that's exactly what he did, man. Because that whole movie, every part of it was like super exaggerated, Chris Tucker, right? But it made it that much better, man. I love that movie. That's another good one. Dead Presidents, man. Let's go.
Dead Presidents.
All I know is my blood cells are all fucked up. Some nights I wake up in cold sweats and shit. You don't look at me like that, man. It ain't the heroin. The heroin ain't never did nothing to me.
I was happy that I got Dead Presidents because I wanted to show a different range that I could play dramatic roles early in my career. So that was a lot of fun. I was looking forward to doing that because I did that right after Fridays, I think. So working with the Hughes brothers was great because they had the 60s, 70s music all around the set the whole time, man. And they really put us back into that period, man. The wardrobe, it was just all the stuff they put around us, man, that really made it work.
Don't move, mister.
Getting next to you, baby. You see, sometimes I fool my I say,
and they had to put these contacts in my eyes to, make it seem like I was passed away for a while. And then I had to walk. I remember in real life, I had to walk across this cold street in New York. I was freezing that day and I couldn't see anything. I think they had me on with the robe and already on, and I'm walking through traffic to get to the building where I'm supposed to be. And I remember that. And I was like, oh my God, what is this all about?
Damn, Chris Tucker is I keep forgetting how much work he put in,
No, but yeah, that role was dope. Him seeing him in Dead Presidents, like, that was so like unusual, right? Especially at the time, that like first dramatic role. Yeah, I wasn't sure how he was gonna do in that movie too. When I remember seeing the trailer for that and all that stuff, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm used to him being funny, right?
Yeah,
I didn't know how he was gonna do it. Like, that's how I feel about a lot of like comedians, right? When they first start doing start switching out and stop doing comedies and start doing like dramatic role. You never know because there's so many of them that are terrible, right? They try to do something dramatic, but you can't take them serious, right? You're just like, nah, I can't take you serious, and you don't believe in the character because you don't believe in like what to do. But then there's some people that like kill it, that are comedians that can do super good dramatic roles. Yeah, that movie was really good. I really like.
Yeah, it's like Adam Sandler. The same thing. It's super funny. So when he does these dramatic roles, I'm like turned off by. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna watch it. But then I watch it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, what was that movie that he just did? The Jewel? What is that? The Jewel movie that he just did? You know what I'm talking about? The one he played the jeweler?
Oh, he played. Yeah. He's a gambling addict.
Yeah.
I love that movie. He's actually really good in that movie. He also did another one. He was really good in that movie. He was like he'll book his money and shit. And then he did. He stole Kevin Garnett's ring. In that movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, I forgot what it was called. No, not Hustle. Something. Yeah, something.
Hustle is the other one that he did, which is dramatic role too. That's the basketball movie.
The basketball one, yes, and I thought that was great. He did a great job.
That's a good. Movie. Oh, Uncut Gems. I was thinking Jewel. Yeah.
You're close enough, but yeah, that was really good. So I was surprised.
Uncut Gems, really good. Yeah. He killed that role, and I was not expecting that at all. And I love Adam Sandler.
Yeah, me too.
He's another good one. I like him because of how much like how he puts his people on, right? Like
like
all
how,
his
yeah,
friends on all of his movies.
I like how he puts people on, and I like how humble he is.
Yeah, super humble. Yeah, and look at how the dude dresses in real life.
Yeah.
Dude he stopped caring about life a long time ago. That dude goes out in sweats, and that dude's like a multi-millionaire. Right? He's been a millionaire.
Yeah, I wonder how much he's worth. He got to be worth a lot. All his production, all his movies,
yeah,
his
and
Netflix
he does a lot. You know,
he does a lot.
Yeah, like himself. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
he doesn't seem like somebody that like holds on to a lot of money. So it looks like he gives away a lot, and he gives a lot of roles and stuff like that to people that that are close to him and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if money is that big of a deal, big thing for him. But yeah, he's fire. All right, this movie is dope. Have you seen this movie, The Air?
Yeah, of course, bro. I've seen all this, every movie. I haven't missed one movie that's been played on here. Yeah. But the thing about Air, which I didn't really like, I don't know. I thought it was good, but I wish they would have did something a little bit more different. Like, I don't know. It was good. It wasn't like
I get what they were trying to do. I really like it, but yeah, just me being like around in the 90s when freaking Michael Jordan was like at the highest of his like entire life, and he was like bigger than he was like Michael Jackson at that time. Like he was the hugest thing in the world. Like you couldn't go anywhere without anybody talking about Michael Jordan. So the fact that they only showed the back of his head the whole movie, it was insane to me that they did a movie about Michael Jordan's first shoe. And I mean, I get what they're trying to do because they weren't trying to make it about Michael Jordan, but like it's so iconic about the shoe, right? And about the whole story about how it happened. But no, it's super.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't bad acting or bad writing. It was just like it wasn't that much. It wasn't that exciting of a story. You know what I mean? Like I get it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't. It didn't grab me right away. So
yeah,
but it was good overall. I still watched it. And I like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon too.
Yeah, I love those guys. Yeah, they always do good when they're together, right? Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, let's check out what he's about to say about Air.
Air.
The key to Phil is make him afraid.
He'll get us both damn fired. Phil got $100 million and a life supply of them damn pink nut-hugging jogging shots. The hell is he afraid of? Let's say you get Phil. How the hell you gonna get Mike?
My part wasn't, Howard White part wasn't in the script. So my dialogue and my scenes had to make sense with the script. It had to make the movie move. And the information that I gave in the scene had to work for the story. And also for my part, I said yes because Ben was like, we'll fix it. Whatever you want to do, we'll make it work. I've called Ben the player coach because he's an actor and a director, and he knows what it takes for actors to feel comfortable, to get the best out of them and give them that room to do their thing. And great team. I really had a great time working with them.
You got them all there, the greatest high school players in the country. You might have forgot about this, but I was invited. Best day of my life. Then I blew out my damn knee. That don't matter about what Phil is thinking or anybody's thinking. All that matters is how much do you believe? I believe in you.
And Michael said he had to have Howard in the movie because Howard's a big part of Nike. Howard was pretty much the bridge from Nike to Michael. I wouldn't have did it without talking to Howard. It was just amazing how it came about. Just a blessing because, Howard's still here. Howard had a heart transplant, so he might have not even been here. I spent hours on the phone with Howard White, my friend Howard, and talking about him, and then he put me on the phone with his childhood friends when he was 5 years old and doing hopscotch in the neighborhood, riding bikes, to his high school teachers and coaches, high school coaches and friends, all the way up to when he mentored Charles Barkley. So he gave me all this information, and I had to put it all together, and I pretty much wrote all my scenes. I put all that stuff together, and Ben gave me the room to do whatever I wanted to do. So I got all the information and embodied his spirit and dialect. It was one of the hardest parts I ever did.
I wonder if they're gonna do Silver Lining Playbook. That's one of my favorite love stories of all time, bro. Oh, Jackie Brown! I forgot about Jackie. Yeah. I forgot he was in Jackie Brown.
I like that story though that he talked about in Air because he wasn't even like written into the script. Like the fact that Ben Affleck really just wanted him in the movie and just kind of let him do his own thing was kind of dope.
Well, you know why? You know why? Ben Affleck wanted Chris Tucker in there
Why?
Because he knew Howard. He knew Howard. He knew Michael Jordan. Like,
I knew about him knowing Michael Jordan. I didn't know he knew Howard and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
he wanted him because he was an inside guy.
Yeah, because he was talking about because Matt Damon and Ben Affleck was talking about making this movie, and they were talking to Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker, I know Howard. He's like, you know Howard? He's like, how do you know? Because there's this thing that Chris Tucker knows everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen that, but like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was talking about it, and they're like, they're on some talk show, and they're like, keep asking who he doesn't know, and Chris Tucker like I tell you who I don't know. You know what I mean? Like he knows he just knows everybody, bro.
Well, you got to remember, like this dude at the height of his career, like was around like some of the biggest, like I mean, this dude was like friends with Michael Jackson. How many people can say that?
Yeah,
like legit friends with Michael Jackson. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In music videos with Michael Jackson, like that's crazy. Yeah, you don't see that.
And on stage with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, on stage with Michael Jackson and Usher.
Yeah,
Come on.
You know
what I mean? Like it's like his life is like insane. Like the trajectory of what he was able to do in like his career. Insane. So I'm not surprised at all that he knew that many people like that, because he's always like, you could see like he was like the guy that would definitely be at all the party scenes, right? That knew everybody, that hung out with everybody. Because like look at his personality. Like how can you not want to hang out with somebody that crazy like Chris Tucker? Yeah, super fire. Jackie Brown now. Jackie Brown. Let's go. 97.
Love this movie. It's a great movie.
They put me in that trunk, though. I didn't know they was gonna do me like that in that trunk. My fans got mad because they was like, "Hey, we come to see you in a movie, and you get, knocked off in the first scene." They got mad at me at that time because I was like starring in movies, and they wanted to really see me. And then they did it with the Strawberry Letters. That was just. Every time I hear that song, I think about that scene. I wanted to do it because, Quentin Tarantino, one of the hottest directors, and you just wanted to work with him to say you worked with him. So it was fun. I knew it was just going to be a quick scene. I remember Samuel Jackson working with him, and it was worth it. It was a lot of fun. And Quentin, he was basically like, telling me what he wanted, because he talked the way he writes. So natural. That's one of the few directors I kind of said his words kind of word for word, because it was kind of like the way I talk a little bit. And
oh yeah,
there you go.
Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
This is fucking amazing. I love this.
Yeah. What's crazy about that is like when he was talking about him doing that with Samuel Jackson and Quentin Tarantino, I just forgot how much like movies Samuel Jackson has done with Quentin Tarantino. He's done a bunch of Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah, I think the only one he hasn't done is Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, but he's in like a lot, right? Because he's got Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
right?
He's in Pulp Fiction. He's in Jackie Brown. He's in Django. He's in Kill Bill. He's in Hateful Eight.
He's in like half of his movies, like in the biggest ones too.
He's not in half. He's in more than half, actually.
Yeah,
I think, like I said, I think the only two movies he's not in is
Reservoir Dogs
and Inglourious Bastards. Because he's in Kill Bill, but he's not in Kill Bill. Like he doesn't have a speaking role. He's playing the piano.
Yeah,
at the wedding,
which is crazy. Like that's crazy. Like he's been in so many of his stuff, man. I didn't even think about it until you mentioned that, and then I started thinking dang, how many movies has Samuel Jackson been in with Quentin Tarantino? And then I was like, bro, he's been in a lot.
Yeah, but I think pretty much all of them besides those two.
Dang, that's fire.
Oh, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he was in it.
Which is crazy because that one like has everybody in it.
Yeah, that has everybody in it, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't have him in it. So he must. I bet you in those movies he probably was supposed to be doing it, but he probably had something else going on because that dude does a lot of movies.
Yeah,
that dude Samuel Jackson, and that fool's busy. His discography is like huge. Like his filmography, like how much that fool has done, is crazy. Silver Lining Playbook, let's go.
Silver Linings Playbook.
He wrote about you, all right.
What did he say?
He said you guys was helping each other out, and you were nice, and you
you had a mouth on you, but
whoa. Okay,
you're a little
yeah,
mouthy,
yeah.
but
No, please tell me more about what he said in the letter.
Yeah, anything you want to know, I'll just tell you in the letter. It was nothing.
I love movies that I can learn something from. You know, mental health is a big thing, and I learned a lot from doing this movie. I love working with directors like David O. Russell because, like I said, he knows the script so well. He'll tell you to do something. He's off camera throwing stuff at you. He would go around with you like a monitor and like, I say this. He'll throw stuff at you, throw stuff at you, throw stuff. So I love that. You know, coming from the comic world.
Dang, I thought you would talk more about that movie. That one was kind of short.
Yeah, right. You got Robert De Niro in there. You got Jennifer Lawrence. You got Bradley Cooper.
I love Bradley Cooper, man. Like I was iffy about him in the beginning when I first started seeing him, but then I really started liking him. He started doing really good stuff. Yeah, Bradley Cooper's dope. Yeah, that's a good movie. Silver Lining Playbook is really good.
Yeah, he's really great in Wedding Crashers. He's fucking hilarious in Wedding Crashers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some music videos. Oh, okay, so now he's about to do. So you definitely know what he's gonna do. He's gonna do the Michael Jackson for sure. How many? Is there any other ones we could think of? What other music videos?
California Love.
Oh, he is in California Love. Yeah.
When they do like the Max Payne. I mean, not Max Payne. Mad Max.
Mad Max. Yeah.
Mad Max.
I forgot he was in that. Yeah, he had like a whole little scene too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did out in the desert and stuff like that. So it's that one and the Michael Jackson. Has he been in anything else that is iconic that I can think of? Those are the two ones that usually always come to my mind.
I can't think of nothing else.
All right, let's see. Because I mean, I wonder if it's just those two, or he got
more.
Oh,
it says right there. Look.
Yeah, California Love is going in, so that's gonna be the first one.
You Rock My World.
Oh, and You Rock My World.
You Rock My World. Yeah, yes, he is in that music video. I love that music video. Actually, now I'm thinking about
Michael Jackson. Yeah. He's in like the whole music video. He's dancing with him. He has the whole fight scene, the whole thing.
I love that music video.
Yeah, super fire.
That was like later
on. Love, You Rock My World.
Oh, my bad. What'd you say?
That was like later on, like the ending of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he came out with any new music after You Rock My World. I don't know. I might be wrong.
I think he came out with some newer stuff after that, but it wasn't like it didn't get as big as I think that was like where he started to like kind of a little fall off.
Yeah.
Right. He wasn't as huge as he was at that time.
Man, I forgot how much I love that song. I forgot how much I love that song.
Yeah, Michael Jackson, man, got some freaking crazy iconic freaking songs, man.
But making that song in that era that we were growing up in, it's like, you know what I mean? Because it was kind of his style from back in the day, and then he brought it into like what was that, like 2000s? You Rock My World.
You Rock My World. It might be early 2000s, maybe super late 90s.
Late 90s is super. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of.
Thinking about the timeline, right? Like, because like it doesn't make sense because that sounds like a song that should have came out in the 80s, right?
Yeah, 80s, even early 90s.
Yeah, no, it's dope. I think he did a good job by making sure that he put like Chris Tucker in there.
Yeah,
you know, bring a lot of more like recent fans to him.
California Love, You Rock My World. I remember Tupac had just got out of jail. We were filming in the desert. He came in, it was like unbelievable. He brought all this great energy to the set, and we all was having fun because we were celebrating him getting out too. And Michael Clark Duncan saved my life. I'll tell everybody that because we were going over this doom in the desert, and I had my hands up. We hit a bump, and then Michael Clark Duncan grabbed my back of my shirt or vest and kind of pulled me back down. I think I was going over, and I was like, "Thank you, man. Thank you, Michael. Thank you." So he's always got a special place in my heart.
That's funny because Michael Clark Duncan is huge. That's a big dude from Green Mile.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
I forgot he was in that music video too.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's a dope little story. Man, this dude has lived such a crazy life that he had a scene with freaking, like, just thinking about it, like with Dr. Dre and freaking Tupac.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
right when he got out of jail.
That's why when Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was talking about how he knows everybody. Like, look at him. He knows. Look at this guy's work and people he's worked with. This dude knows everybody, bro.
From every spectrum, too. Like the king of pop to like one of the king of raps back then. Like, and Dr. Dre was one of the biggest producers in the world. And the fact that he was on one of the most iconic music videos of probably, like, still to this day, right? California Love is I live in California. So, I mean, they play that song at like every sporting event all the time. Right, California Love gets played all the time out here. that's a huge song. That's an anthem out here. So that's crazy that he was a part of that. All right, let's see him and Michael Jackson, man.
Ooh, look at that. She look good, huh?
She look homeless.
Rock My World was a mini movie. It was a movie like he always did. It's a lot of fun. I think the theme was we were in Cuba or something. Michael Jackson just a part of everybody's life growing up, a big influence. I noticed that, back all the way from Fridays, I would be doing a dance or acting something out, sounding like him in a song. And in Def Jam, even before that in Def Jam, I did a Michael Jackson joke. And then a lot of comedians in Def Jam, everybody had to have a Michael Jackson joke because he's just so huge in everybody's life.
Yeah, it was fire. You rock my world. Damn, I want to listen to that, bro. I forgot about that song. Yo, thank you for letting me watch this because I forgot all about that Michael Jackson. I love that song because that song was like repeat on BET when it came out, and I fucking loved it. I fucking remember grandma's big screen fucking plasma TV in her living room.
Yeah,
I used to just be in front of that. Love that shit, yo.
Oh yeah, this Michael Jackson video though, man, super fire, super iconic, and what he was talking about at the end there too. What he was just talking about how he embodied Michael Jackson in a lot of his roles, and that's I remembered that all the time. Like every movie he was doing, even in Rush Hour, he had the karaoke scene where he's literally singing Michael Jackson and dancing on stage. So
yeah, Michael Jackson had that such a big impact. Everybody did a Michael Jackson move. Everybody did it. Everybody, everything. It's like how Dave Chappelle did the Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Once he did that Kobe, everybody did the Kobe. It's like Michael Jackson had that imprint. Like everybody wanted to be Michael Jackson. Everybody wanted to do what Michael Jackson did. Everybody wanted to do dance moves like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's iconic. That's why I always argue with people when they be like, "Oh, this is the new Michael Jackson," or this dude's gonna be. I'm like, bro, you're not understanding. That's never gonna happen. This dude was so fucking iconic, bro. Like super iconic. Like everybody wanted to be Michael Jackson.
He set the mode, right? Like everything that you think that would not be able to actually work. Yeah, but he made it work. Like this dude made like being like feminine, like cool, dancing on the street cool, like hitting on girls in a weird way, like all of this stuff like that doesn't even make sense that you would not like as a guy, like as a man, right? He made this like embodied it and made it freaking dope and made it fire. Yeah,
only he could pull that off too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and Prince.
Nobody else. Yeah, yeah, but they were a lot. They were completely kind of different.
Right? Oh, they were 100% different. Like there's no they don't resemble at all. Like at all, music wise.
Prince reminds me more like he's like a musician. Like Prince he is
flamboyant. He is flamboyant too as well.
Especially I mean, look.
That's the only thing too they got in common is the flamboyant. But yeah, they're totally two different people.
Yeah, two different kind of artists, all that stuff. Like he's way more like. They called Michael Jackson the king of pop for a reason. He was definitely more pop. He wanted to make smash hits that were gonna last for like forever, that everybody would be singing along to, right? Mm-hmm. Prince cared more about the art. He wanted something that was gonna be like he was really proud about, right? Like
Prince was more gangster too.
Oh yeah,
Prince was a little bit more gangster.
You got look at the Charlie Murphy story of Prince. Whooping people in basketball. Like that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's great.
No, super iconic. And I even like what he was talking about with Michael Jackson with talking about not only just doing like the jokes when he was talking about the comedians. He's like, everybody had a Michael Jackson joke. And I remember that because like everybody did, like in every set, Chris Rock, all of them had Michael Jackson part. But I really like Chris Tucker's when he was talking about the Def Jam one, because that's the one that I always think about when people talk about Michael Jackson jokes. Because I remember the part where he talks about how what if Michael Jackson was a pimp.
Yeah, I love that. Get over here, girl.
Yeah, he's like talking about Tito.
Yeah, Tito.
Right? Yeah,
I love that. Yeah,
picturing Michael Jackson as a pimp is hilarious. It just reminds me of like that's like a Charlie Murphy story. I feel like that's something that Charlie Murphy would tell, right? Before the Charlie Murphy stories, like when that came out. But yeah, man, super dope, man. Chris Tucker is fire.
Yeah, I love Chris Tucker. I think Chris Tucker. I want him to do more movies because he's so good. Like even his small roles, he's so good. Like in Air, he was so good. His dialogue, the conversation he had with Matt Damon was so good about him playing basketball. Silver Lining Playbook, he had like short scenes, short dialogue, but it was so good, yo. He was so good. Like all these iconic roles that he's in, he has short dialogue and short roles. I wish he had more of, like when he played Ruby role. Dead Presidents. Obviously, I wish he had a bigger role. Obviously Jackie Brown. Like, but yeah, he's so good. Especially he's growing into a better and better actor. And you're seeing that a lot these days for like these old actors that we grew up watching. You're just watching them be like become stars. Like who's that guy's name? Damn, I can never pronounce his name. The guy that did Joker.
The most recent one. You're talking about what's his name? Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. All right.
Yeah,
Remember him? He's from Signs. You're not thinking nothing of him later on, but look at the career he has put.
Yeah, I mean, look at everybody that's played Joker. Look at Heath Ledger.
But Heath Ledger, he already had like he was already building a resume. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. As the years went on, he got so much better though. Like, he was doing like teenage movies. He went to doing like big like dramatic movies and doing like Brokeback Mountain and stuff. You know what I mean? Like he went and took like a crazy turn on like how serious his movies started getting.
Yeah, he was. He's one of those. It's just like I think Chris Tucker is going to be someone to talk about in the next couple of years. Like he's just gonna kill roles after roles after roles. Like I'm always surprised when he when I was surprised to see him in Simmerlane's Playbook. I'm like, all right, what's he gonna do in this movie? And he was fucking phenomenal in that fucking movie. It was great. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I've probably seen that movie since I've seen it because I watched it at least. I watched it not that long ago, but when it first came out, I probably was watching that like once a month for a year straight. Like I love that movie. Like I love that movie. But Chris Tucker's great.
Super phenomenal. Yeah, like this he's gonna go down as a comedic icon, right? Like a lot of people, like he had a great career. Even if he didn't make any more movies now, his career right now is already freaking fire. But yeah, I definitely want to see him in more stuff because like what you said, like he's growing, like because in the beginning of his career it was mostly just him just being a comedic like relief. And him just being raw, like he talked about, like he went in there, he just wanted to bring a lot of energy. But now you're starting to see he actually has that experience now, and he's actually acting. You know what I mean? Like he's actually starting to embody the roles. Like even look at what he did when he did Air. Like the fact that he did that much research and went into like talking to Howard and doing all that stuff for a supporting role. That's not even a main role.
Supporting role.
That's a supporting role, and it wasn't even a big role.
It was a small supporting role.
You know what I mean? And he did that much for that role, which just shows like how serious he is about acting now. You know what I mean? Like it's a big change from when he first started doing like Fridays and stuff, where he was just going in there just like, I'm just gonna bring the energy. I'm gonna make sure that everybody's laughing all the time. I just want to give that comic relief all the time, like an early Eddie Murphy. You know, and then Eddie Murphy, same thing. You got super serious and started doing crazy roles too. But yeah,
he's great. Fun. Yeah, he's one. Yeah, because he's mastered action movies, comedy, drama. You know what I mean? We just want
kids movies.
I want to see him in the thriller. That would be dope to see him in the thriller.
Yeah,
like I'm playing a detective or something, or like a bounty hunter or something cool. You know what I mean? Where it gets crazy and twisted. Because Chris Rock did the Saw movie. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah. But he had a lot. He had a lot in that, right? Wasn't he like writing or directing for that movie?
I don't know, but I know I did love his performance in that movie.
Yeah.
I thought he did a great job in that movie. Trying to bring the Saw back to what I love about Saw in the first movie, and the first two movies then where it became just enter this house and try to escape, and it
just became like a thrasher movie where it's just like how can we kill people in the most gruesome ways?
Right? Which I fucking can't stand. I hate.
The original Saws were really good because it actually had twists. It had the story was dope. Yeah, the plot was really good.
The characters were good.
Yeah, and you always trying to figure out like how these people connected, right? Because at the end they always twisted it and then showed you like why all these people were in the room, and they're all like completely different parts of like stories and different lives, and then they all connected to each other. That was fire.
That's why I like the new Saw. I know there's a new Saw that came out, but Chris Rock's not in it, and it seemed like they just went back to their old ways. Because I seen the trailer, I'm like, all right, this looks stupid again. You know what I mean? But whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. But Chris Tucker, man, fire. Chris Tucker, he's living legend, man. We want to see more work from him. I'm surprised that he hasn't been doing more. Yeah, I'd love to see him in more stuff. So I don't know if it's just maybe that he's selective or if he just, he likes having the time off.
He's probably selective because, he's been busy, obviously. I know he's been doing stand up still. He did like a tour.
Yeah,
not
he
that
did
long
do that.
ago.
He did that special. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember seeing that. He did a Netflix special, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which was funny. Which I thought was funny because it was clean. It was a very clean comedy. Which some people can't make great comedy clean. You know what I mean? So
yeah, without being
really,
like dirty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really big us from with no swearing and nothing crazy out the. You know what I mean? So it was great. But yeah, well, I would love to see him in more good movies, good roles. I would love to see him in Thriller. I think he would do great in a Thriller movie or even an action-packed movie, yo. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
But a good one, not like fucking a crazy action-packed for no reason. You know what I mean? Like Expendables. Like, even though I love the Expendables, but that's just no cheesy dialogue, crazy, insane action. It's a guy flick. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of thinking in it, which I don't mind. But I don't want to see him in that. I want like a solo role where he's like just action packed.
Yeah, let's give him a role like a Die Hard movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fire.
Yeah, I definitely would be down with that.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, Chris Tucker, man, he's certified here at My Catalog, so he's dope. Thank you guys for joining us here on My Catalog. Like, subscribe, tell everybody about us. Until next time, man.
Peace.
Peace.